I bet you've never been on a date before to where they bruise up your lips. Let's talk about it. Now, this was about like 3.5 years ago. I went to go visit some friends in Mesa, Arizona. Now, during this time, I love to kiss any man. Like, it didn't matter. Like, it was always usually like a first date. Like, I didn't care if I didn't know them that well or if I only talked to them for like 5 seconds. For some reason, I just wanted to kiss everybody. Yes, I know it was dumb, and I put myself in really bad situations because I was just like, I'm gonna kiss ya. So anyways, when I was in Mesa, Arizona, I was just visiting some friends, being busy, and I was on this dating app. And so this guy said, oh, I can see that now you're in Mesa, Arizona. And get this, this is like the only thing we didn't even talk before this. He just was like, oh wow, you're here. Do you want to go like hang out with me tonight? Knew nothing about him, nothing. I was just like, sure. So he sends me the location and we meet at this house and I'm like, oh wow, is this like your family's house? And he's like, oh no, I actually like help work here for this guy, but they're out on vacation, so I'm just taking care of their house, but I thought I'd let you in. So I'm like, oh, that's okay, that's pretty cool, and he's pretty cute, but it was kind of like, I don't know, he was kind of like awkward. So we ended up sitting on the couch and he's like, let's watch a movie. And I was like, okay, yeah, let's watch a movie. So we're sitting there watching a movie and I was like, I'm ready to kiss this man right now. Like, I don't want to watch the movie, I want to kiss this man. And so I'm like leaning over and then he's like, oh. And then we start kissing. But then while we start kissing, he's like biting on my lip, basically. And I'm like, what is he doing? I'm like thinking in my mind, this really hurts, but maybe it'll stop. So we keep kissing, but he's like sucking and biting on my lip. Like just here, not here or anywhere else. He's not even like making out with me. He's just... So after a while, my face is hurting. And I'm like, hey, you're kind of like hurting me. And he's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. He's like, to be honest, I've never made out with anybody before. And I'm like, oh. And then I was like, well, let me teach you how. So I'm teaching him how, right, how to make out with somebody. And so I'm teaching him and he's doing a little better for like a second. And then he goes back to sucking on my lip and biting it like really hard. So at this point, my mouth is like in pain and I've never felt this pain kissing anybody before. And I was just like, what's going on? So I was like, you know what? I need to go to the bathroom. And he's like, okay, cool. So I go to the bathroom and I see this like... my lip and actually my top lip was covered in bruises, like bruise here, bruise there, bruise here, bruises all over my lip and inside, like all here. I was like, this man ruined my face. And I'm like freaking out because I was like, I have all these people I'm supposed to visit. I'm not gonna tell them I made out with this guy I don't even know and he bruised up my lip. And I was just like, so it's dark and I get out there. He doesn't even notice. He just like destroyed my lips. And I was like, you know what? I have to go. And he's like, oh, okay, that's fine. And so he starts heading me out and he's like, okay, well, maybe we can like hang out sometime later. In my mind, I was like, heck no. So I get home and I'm actually staying with some friends that let me stay there. And so I'm like freaking out because I was like, what am I gonna do? And I was like, you know what? Before I actually go there back to the house where they're letting me stay, I'm gonna go to the grocery store or whatever and get some lipstick because it's like late at night. And so I was like, I gotta get some lipstick or something to like cover my face. So I get there and I buy some lipstick and I go back to the house and I don't wear lipstick. So when I put on the lipstick, you could still see clear as day on it. Like, it's just whatever lipstick I decided to buy, it was, I don't know anything about lipstick. So I went and asked the girl, my friend I was staying with, and I was like, hey, do you have some lipstick I could use? And at this time I'm like trying so hard. I put on like this powder stuff to try to like that I had to like cover like my pimples or whatever on my face. So I put that on my lips and I was like, okay, well, while I'm asking her, I need to do something to put on my face so she doesn't see it. So she's like, yeah, I have some right here. Here's some lipstick you could use. So literally for the next like 2 days or whatever, I put this lipstick on. It worked fantastic, amazing. Every time I ate though with any of like the people I visit, I went and put on my like lipstick like secretly, so like if it ever like came off or I ever felt like it was starting to like, I don't know, fade or whatever, I'd like put it on. I even like posted a picture of me like, oh, I'm having a good time. And like my sister was like, back home and they were like, she never wears lipstick. Like, why is she wearing lipstick? But they didn't really ask too much about it. They were like talking it among themselves. They're like, she never wears lipstick, so that's kind of weird, but whatever. But I'm over here trying to cover up my lip abuse. Finally, I get home. I don't tell my family anything. I usually tell them like everything, like how the trip's going and everything. I don't tell them because like I'm embarrassed. So I wait until the bruises are healed because I'm like, I'm not about to show everybody. I don't. So finally, it's all healed after I got home. I literally told nobody. I told nobody until I got home, after it healed. Then I went up to my mom and I was like, hey, you know that story I posted when I was wearing lipstick? She's like, yeah, like we thought that was kind of weird that you were wearing lipstick. Like, why were you wearing lipstick? And I told her the whole story, what happened. And then she's like, why didn't you tell me? And I was like, because I knew it was stupid. And I knew that like, it was just like, I felt embarrassed, so I wasn't going to show you. So of course they laughed. Because my sister was there too, so I was like telling my sister and my mom and then let everybody else of just my family know. My mom, you know, she was like telling me like, you gotta stop like kissing these people you don't even know. And I'm all like, I know, but do I do it anyways? Yeah. Which was stupid, but I had a lot of funny stories to tell now. But that was all in the past. I've learned my lesson. I am happily married now for over 6 months. So hope you enjoyed the story, and please don't kiss people that you just met.